How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end.
Unusual end. So welcome guys to the Biomutant, एक नए गेम के सीरीज में आपका स्वागत है। आई नो मैं बहुत टाइम के बाद आ रहा हूँ, मतलब अपने डेथ स्ट्रैंडिंग के 2 ही पार्ट हो चुके हैं। मतलब उसके 2 ही पार्ट होने वाले हैं, उसका कुछ एंडिंग है नहीं है, उसके बहुत साइड मिशंस है। और जो अपन ने पहले पार्ट में किया था वो मेन मिशन था, बाकी तो सब साइड मिशंस थे। तो लेट्स गो, देखते स्टोरी कैसे
Welcome
मुझे।
to Biomutant.
ओके, इसकी स्टोरी बहुत गजब की यार, मैंने देखा था इसका रिव्यू, बहुत गजब की। तो अपन सेटिंग चेक कर लेते हैं। वीडियो में फुल स्क्रीन फुल एचडी में रिकॉर्ड कर रहा हूँ मैं, और ऑडियो में फिलहाल तो मेरा म्यूज़िक ऑफ है। सो आपके इस गेम की म्यूज़िक आप यूट्यूब पे देख सकते हो, बहुत बहुत ऑसम है मतलब। और मैं सबटाइटल्स ऑन रख रहा हूँ ताकि समझ में आए कि क्या बोल रहे हो वो। सो लेट्स गो, अपन न्यू गेम के साथ चलते हैं या न्यू स्लॉट पे करते हैं, और अपन इजी करेंगे क्योंकि अपन को स्टोरी एंजॉय करनी है। तो लेट्स गो टू द इजी मोड।
Encode your DNA.
वो इसको मतलब मॉडिफाई करना है अपन को। नाइस, व्हाट द हेल। ये अपना पहले वाला ही अच्छा लग रहा था, ये वाला नहीं, पहले वाला मुझे तो अच्छा लग रहा। रेक्स ये थोड़ा कमज़ोर लग रहा है, ये अच्छा लग रहा है बे। और इसमें ये अच्छा, थोड़ा मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है ये। लेट्स गो टू द हेला। Define your character starting attributes to more details. Okay.
Define your genetic structure.
Okay. ये रखते, थोड़ा सा ऊपर रखते हैं ये इससे बीच में रखते हैं, मतलब डिवाइड ना हो जाए, मतलब डिवाइड में कब हो जाए। हाँ अच्छा, इधर इधर खेल हो रहा है देखो। 28 28 28, यस ये अच्छा है। So let's go.
Choose a genetic resilience.
Cold, cold, always cold, baby.
Choose your first style.
फर्स्ट स्टाइल मतलब ओह अच्छा। ये ऐसा लग रहा है कि क्रेटोस किसी लग रहा है। लेट्स गो, इसी के साथ चलते हैं अपन।
Pick your main color.
मेन कलर अपने रेडी रेडी, यस।
Choose your detail color.
हाँ, इसको वाइट ही रखते हैं, फुल क्रेटोस लगेगा ये तो।
Pick a class. Psy-Freak. Commando.
वो
Deadeye. Mercenary.
हम्म
Psy-Freak.
ये भी अच्छा है।
Saboteur. Sentinel.
सेंटिनल, ओ क्या आता है इसके पास।
Sentinel.
टफनेस योर बेस आर्मर इंक्रीज बाय 10।
Saboteur. Psy-Freak. Commando.
मुझे कमांडो अच्छा लग रहा है, कमांडो तो तगड़ा वाला लग रहा है, उसकी गन भी एकदम तगड़ी वाली लग रही है। तो लेट्स गो। आर्मर तो नहीं इसके पास, बट कोई नहीं।
Commando chosen.
रोटेट करके देखते हैं, होल्ड ऑन, यस। अभी तगड़ा लग रहा है अपना कैरेक्टर।
Sounds good.
लेट्स गो।
Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living.
अपने को चूज करना है।
But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
आई थिंक मुझे फॉर फ्रीडम एंड लॉयल्टी पे जाना चाहिए। ये तो डार्क रेड एज इंस्टेंट एंड पावर, इसके मतलब मुझे लग रहा है कि फ्रीडम एंड लॉयल्टी अच्छा रहेगा, तो लेट्स गो।
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise, an echo of balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
You get it? I'm bright. I'm not sure our light is for me.
That's right. Light is only for those having difficulty seeing what's in front of them. Sticking to the me first path is the only way we'll be going places.
I'm surprised at the change of heart. I believe in putting yourself aside to help others, but helping the dark side is not that, you know.
You can't fight who you really are. The blood is obviously running red in our veins.
You're trying to keep us in the dark here, but you know it's blue blood in our veins and what it means. We have responsibilities. You can't fight the truth.
डार्क वाले ने तो
Right
वाइट वाले को
is
मार दिया।
always right.
यस, राइट इज ऑलवेज राइट। वो
Stories of death and the bodies left behind, a reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others.
नो मेन क्विज मीट इटर्स मीट, इसको खाना है आई थिंक।
Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
पैरी मतलब आई थिंक सो। यस राइट, पैरी मतलब कवच आई थिंक। नाइस। वो
Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
ये पहले वाला सीन में भी दिखाया गया था कि उधर से भाग जाता है। आई थिंक इसको लास्ट में मारना होगा। डोंट नो, देखते आगे।
This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes.
बंकर 101 फूटने वाला है आई थिंक सो, ऐसा मुझे लग रहा है। अरे पूरी गाइस गेम मतलब पूरी अनरियल में बनी है।
The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die.
अपने गन देखिए, गन। aim the camera towards an enemy that to get them down attacks. Okay, reload your range weapons. Okay, R. Okay, energy used for dodging using multiple both in and out combat. Okay,
That's going to leave a mark.
ये भी मर गए.
Get on.
मर जा बे. यस. ये भी गो. चलते ऊपर. होल्ड ऑन. इधर क्या है देख लेते. कुछ मिला तो सही, वरना आगे बढ़ते. नथिंग. इधर भी कुछ नहीं है. सब चेक करके जाएंगे गाइस. अपन सब चेक करके जाएंगे. नहीं फूट रहा है ये. इसमें क्या है? वो इलेक्ट्रिक मॉड्यूल. weapon add-on. You found a weapon special effect add-on. Okay. एक्सपायर करते इसको. Why not? Whoa, where you go? Ah, nice. I think health का सामान होगा. Yes. Yes, bandages. या अपने पास तो हेल्थ पूरी है तो इसकी जरूरत तो नहीं है अपन को. इधर क्या है? Oh, another one. Okay,
That
nice.
might come in handy.
इधर भी कुछ नहीं है. लेट्स चलते ऊपर. आई थिंक सो अपन मेन एरिया में आ चुके हैं.
The
yes.
oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death. But some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
इतने की फटके में मर गया है. Wow, hold on. Oh, क्या ही मारा इसको. Nice. इससे क्या मिला? हेल्थ रिगेन ड्यूरेशन 2 मिनट्स. ओके. व्हाई नॉट. इससे भी वही मिला. ये क्या है? नथिंग एल्स. कुछ भी नहीं है. Here we go. इधर भी थे. आओ, आपने गन इतनी पावरफुल है. से क्या मिला? ये कुछ तो देखते ही बाकी यूज करके पता चलेगा.
Those are the kind of things you need.
नथिंग एल्स. देखो चलो एक्सप्लोर करते. बट इधर तो कुछ नहीं है. तो चलते अपने आगे गेट की तरफ. इधर कुछ नहीं है. चढ़ पाता क्या है ना. Here we go. सब तरफ गेट ही गेट बनाए इन लोगों ने. वो enemies carry large shields. You can need to break the shield. Okay, shield मारना पड़ेगा. Come on. पे अटैक किया इसने। कोई मार को सीधा हेड कोई मार को। नाइस। क्या मिला? एनर्जी पैक मीडियम। ओके नाइस। अपन एनर्जी मार के देखते हैं। नाइस here we go। Oh, weapon upgrade, yes। weapon upgrade का आया है तो यस। ये वाला अच्छा है, इसके लिए बचा बचा के रखते हैं। होल्ड ऑन, इसके लिए बचा के रखते हैं। ये क्या है? No, उसके लिए बचा के रखते हैं। तो करने के लिए बोल रहा है यार। रेंज कॉम्बैट में देखते हैं गन्स। चलो कर ही लेते हैं, अभी क्या ही करें। Here we go। गियर में क्या है? इन्वेंटरी में, ओके। हाँ हमको पता है, हमको ये मिले। बताने की जरूरत नहीं थी वैसे। लेट्स गो। इससे क्या मिला? डैंडी कैंडी। नॉट बैड। ये वाला तो क्लोज है, इससे जाना पड़ेगा अपन को। लेट्स गो, चलते हैं आगे।
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight.
वो हथियार मिला अपन को नया। ओल्ड वर्ल्ड प्लम्बर। ओके नाइस। अच्छा वो खोलने के लिए मिला, खोलने के लिए था वो। ओके ये भी सही है। नाइस। ये खोलने के लिए होगा
That
नहीं
pipe
तो।
looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy.
होल्ड ऑन, देख लेता हूँ इधर, कुछ एक्सप्लोर करके देखता हूँ। नथिंग एल्स। चलो इसमें चलते हैं।
Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
पानी में मतलब अपनी मूवमेंट स्लो हो जाती है। ओके ये ऐसे ऐसे करके जाना तो ओके ओके, नॉट बैड।
The morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you.
नाइस। Come on. Nice.
Well placed.
Whoa. Aha. Nice. Here we go. इसको मार पाते क्या अपन? ना इसको नहीं मार पाएंगे अपन. So let's explore something. इधर कुछ मिलता है क्या? इस गेम में लूट ही नहीं दिया यार कुछ. चलो अपना चलते हैं आगे. थिंक सबको नीचे जाना है. इस एरिया को लीव करना है. एरिया से निकलना है. डोर इधर मतलब.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks travelled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind.
लेट्स सी इधर कुछ मिलता है क्या देखते हैं. मिलेगा तो नहीं बट लेट्स सी. अभी इधर दो तरफ जाने के लिए रास्ता है. कोई बजाने के लिए आई थिंक सो. ओके. अरे ये वाले को. हाँ इस वाले को आई थिंक रोटेट इसमें.
Just a few moves left. Make
यस
them count.
यस.
There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
ओके. काफी मतलब बोट की कहानी थी आई थिंक सो. मुझे ऐसा लगा कि मैंने ज़्यादा ध्यान नहीं दिया उस पर. लेट्स चलते हैं अपने आगे स्टोरी पे, क्योंकि ये बस दिखाने के लिए था कि क्या हुआ था इधर.
The sound of spark metal going pew pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt.
इसको आई थिंक ब्रेक करना है.
It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door.
ओके. इसको ऐसे घुमाते
Just
हैं.
a few moves left. Make them count.
वो मुंह दे यार, पहले बताना चाहिए था. Here we go.
There you go.
Yes. Tricky है, but nice. Out of date.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out.
कम ऑन। अपना ही बंदा है। पूरा कैंपस करके मार रहा हूँ मेरे को। Nice. वो तीनों का एक साथ। वो तो गन से मारूंगा लास्ट।
That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
होल्ड ऑन, इन सब कंप्लीट कर लेता हूँ। यस यस, here we go. कुछ छोड़ने का नहीं भाई इस गेम में। लूट
That's
कर
a
मतलब
good find.
ऊपर जाते तो नहीं आता। वो व्हाट द हेल, क्या है? एनर्जी रीजन, एनर्जी पैक स्मॉल। ओके, नॉट बैड।
Looks
आगे
valuable.
जर्नी में काम आएगा अपने। चलते आगे। अपना साथीदार था, अपन उस पे गोली मार रहे थे। A new friend and old friend. Okay, अपना नया फ्रेंड है बट ओल्ड है।
Ba lo yualo, yeah, mufurbo, boom.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why.
Ugabon ang ugagad yebroma, wuf gabobe farhi.
He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up.
Momomboso?
He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed.
Ugabon ang ugagad yebroma, wuf weta gono.
There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true.
Loma toaha.
The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad.
Boyobut paiketawa.
The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past.
Tolua lu toloka.
How Looper Lupin somehow left you alive after his raid on the old village. He must have had a purpose with that. The question is, what?
Balu putulua mopu far kobi.
There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Looper Lupin did to your village, your Moomer and Popsy, was the beginning of the end.
Potowata. Yowotulua. Lua tolun toma.
He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have.
Le yayato.
It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Moomer's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land.
Tamuk gabamuktab. Yowotulua.
After the old village was destroyed and you disappeared, a struggle between the families erupted, and over time, the disciples turned against each other.
Far kobemako to far titaba. Nuka nuburak.
Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
मैं अचानक कैसे अपने ऊपर आया, आप मुझे भी नहीं पता। हाँ, आई थिंक तो इधर से आ गया। ओके ओके, नॉट बैड। बट क्या ही मतलब, क्या ही सीन दिख रहा है यार। वो ये गजब सी, ये पूरा का पूरा अनरियल में बना है पूरा। गजब यार, मतलब ये सीन बनाने लायक है। मैं ट्राई तो करूँगा मैं अनरियल में बनाने का। इतना डिटेल्स तो मैं सब सब्सटेंस में भी पेंट वेंट करके लाना पड़ेगा अनरियल में। लेट्स गो, देखते हैं अब मैं बना सकता हूँ कि नहीं।
Asks if you are tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Mooma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding.
ये क्या भाषा बोल रहे थे मुझे तो कुछ समझ में नहीं आया, बट ये जो अपने साथ बोल रहे हो इसकी वजह से अपन समझ सकते हैं कि नोनो उसका नाम था। और ये बोल रहा था कि अपन घास में छुपना है अपने को, ताकि पकड़े ना जाए अपन। इधर से जाने का रास्ता है, तो लेट्स गो, चलते। दैट द राइट वे? यस हो। सही तो आ गया अपन। अब लेट्स सी इधर क्या होने वाला है, पता नहीं मुझे भी। ओह अच्छा, मारना था।
You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's ki energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. The small tree you saw up there where you met will eventually grow into a tree of life and start giving back to nature. It'll be the heart of the land. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy. You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. He's grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of Nono out there that need to be guided to the roots of the Pensai tree. They're hiding in the glitter grass that mostly grows deep inside damp caves, where they draw mineral from the natural rock. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree.
मर्द द नोनो विद द ट्री। आई थिंक सो अपन को ऊपर जाना है फिर से, बट ये क्या, कौन है आप पता? नोनो आई थिंक से, बट ये क्या बोल रहा है पता नहीं। इसको पेंसाइल के ट्री चाहिए और वो अपन लेके देंगे तो वो अपनी आगे जर्नी में हेल्प करने वाला है। सो चलते हैं, अभी इसकी अपने को ज़रूरत है इसलिए अपने इसको हेल्प करनी पड़ेगी, वरना तो अपन अपने अकेले ही काफ़ी थे। बट कोई नहीं।
Now that you've seen the Nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us. You can already see the effects from how reckless those before us acted, and unless something changes, we're doomed. The land won't survive the side effects of the old world's industrial advances. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today. No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the Predator family live or not. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived. The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse that Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land set the World Eaters' DNA into overdrive. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Nocco has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. He claims names have power, so he gave them these names to weaken them. For him, the Porky Puff is particularly personal. It was that carnivorous beast that took his leg. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
कोऑर्डिनेट, हाँ, अपन जो बताए आई थिंक एक कहानी थी, ये कहानी बता रहा था आपको। ओके,
You're getting the hang of it. quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb.
वेट तो बढ़ी अपनी एक्सपीरियंस लेवल. Here we go. नेचर देखो. Wow.
Know that the tree of life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the world eaters.
Let's go. चलते. Present by experimental 101. अभी I think so. गेम की शुरुआत हुई है.
A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see.
सिटी. अच्छा मतलब अपन जिधर जिधर जाएंगे उधर उधर स्पॉट करते जाएगा. ओके मतलब उधर उजाला होते जाएगा. ओके नॉट बैड. चलते अभी आगे एंड देखते हैं कि आगे चेक पॉइंट क्या मिलता है अपन को. ये देखो पाइपलाइन. वो व्हाट द हेल. 3 सर वाला सांड.
That must be the world eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The world
मतलब ये
eaters
रोड
have
था.
made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the world eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart.
गाइस आपको पढ़ना हो तो आप आराम से पढ़ सकते हो पॉज करके. मैं एडिटिंग के टाइम पढ़ लूँगा आराम से.
Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions. He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
There's Out-of-Date again. He must have missed something important. Out-of-Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are 2 nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world, and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe's Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part. Myriad is convinced that defeating the World Eaters is the only way the world can be saved, but they've been forced to focus on their rivalry with the Jagni tribe. Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
ओके मतलब अपन को अभी इधर जाना है. ओके नाइस.
Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be?
यस अपन इधर मार किया था पहले, सो चलते हैं अभी इधर से. इधर रोड
It's
भी
a
बना है
bridge.
मतलब.
Just get over it.
इधर रोड बना है मतलब इधर अब मनुष्य आके गया है इधर, मतलब कुछ तो था. के बीच में लड़ाई चल रही है उनकी उनकी, तो अपन
They've
क्यों डिस्टर्ब करना.
destroyed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began.
ओह हेल्थ किट मिला, नाइस. इधर पीछे क्या था देख लेते हैं. कुछ नहीं, आई थिंक सो पूरा घूम के जाना पड़ेगा उधर से. इससे बेटर है कि चलते अभी आगे अपन मेन एरिया पे. ओह क्या ही एरिया है.
That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war or part of the problem.
इस इधर इंटर सर्किल होते थे इधर
Let's see.
कि अपना एरिया हो जाएगा. यस.
Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Says you should take care. Says they're cautious of non-allies. He let you in, but thinks you should be patient when it comes to the Sifu.
Zata idzie mój to tloho. Karieżne zdace. Paro, ja put i
The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes, as the only way they can guarantee peace is through supremacy. The Sifu is determined to let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life, as it's part of their strategy to cleanse the world and start anew.
Na oko kis odliseni novej.
He welcomes you to the Jagni fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu.
Totloho. Karies ne zdace.
The news of a cold-blooded Ronin crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 preceded you.
Na oko onis poloknost.
He's referring to your rampage through Bunker 101. It seems you don't mind a bit of blood on your hands. That's something you have in common.
Pinatovo. Zata. O.
He understands that sometimes we need to lose ourselves to find ourselves. But he's glad you chose to come here.
Pada fu uflete. Donzadne.
There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted.
Apinosko. Donzadne. Nalest stari dat.
Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples.
Vusesi oko.
Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it was based on unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain.
Nibira. Vlada.
The Sifu says it's time to set the past aside, at least for now. Unrest is sweeping the land, and there are rivals in all directions.
Tancremo. Vusesi iveziete reclidekle.
Jagni doesn't want a new unity between the tribes. Their goal is to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. Says there is some darkness in the best of us, even you, and suggests you embrace that side of you and help them vanquish the tribes and let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life.
I live with Jagni. They are vanished to troubles and let the Wonder Eater destroy the Tree of Life. World Eaters destroyed the Tree of Life. World Eaters को अपन को मारना है. Okay.
Novi. Novi. Is de moi o visoko dolatsi ne.
He wasn't sure you'd do that, but it seems your mind took control of that big heart of yours. That's a sign of strength.
Mali muzamit. Na zenakas pripatne. Tancremo.
The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can vanquish the other tribes. The one he wants to deal with first is the Myriad tribe.
Zanamach. Unavochni dlohoni.
The Jagni's destiny is to do what others are too afraid to do, to vanquish past and future disillusions of unity and take control of our destiny. Uniting the tribes and saving the Tree of Life won't change anything.
Iveziete reclidekle. Novi. Novi.
Their kin must put an end to the war before war puts an end to them. It'll cost bruises and broken bone, but they refuse to be the victim here.
Pada fu uflete. Unavochni dlohoni.
They have no intention of letting this drag out, or they'll run the risk of teaching the enemy their art of war. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen.
O visoko dolatsi ne iglis moi toxilga.
Even if you see the world differently, you must hit them as soon and as hard as you can. The outcome of this war is up to you.
Na oko onis poloknost. Karies ne zdace.
Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon.
Ite reki.
Once you've conquered the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu for control of their territory, tribe weapon, and kin.
Ite reki. Onis porenos odlisini.
Your Muma taught each disciple a weapon. She never intended it for hunting nor war, but lately the art of defense has been shadowed by relentless attack.
Ide moi
Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village.
zanamach. Vlada mali muzamit.
Jackney doesn't want a new unity between the tribes. Their goal is to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared.
Totloho donzadne.
He remembers your kind and unselfish soul and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good.
Vusisi inatofo. O
Anyway, you'll pass your old village on your way to the first rival outpost, but we've got no time to be sentimental. War doesn't wait.
iglezed. Na oko kiza.
It's always the little things you remember, and with you it's pretty much the only thing he recalls, that you were little.
जगनी फोर्ट, ये जगनी का फोर्ट था ये। ओह कितना जबरदस्त दिख रहा है, देखो हर आपने क्या देख रहा है। सो लेट्स सी, इसके फोर्ट से बाहर चलते हैं एंड सेंटिमेंटल्स क्या था तो समझ में नहीं आया। लेट्स सी चलते हैं। वो क्या इस सीन है गाइस, देखो मतलब जबरदस्त है यार, क्या ही बना है, अनरियल में बना है ये। मतलब स्ट्रैपों को भी ऐसा ही कुछ करना पड़ेगा, बट ये टीम वर्क का काम है, एक बंदे का काम नहीं है।
Says
Yeah.
you should enjoy the day.
यस व्हाई नॉट। अभी चलते हैं इस साइड। मार्क तो कर दिया मैंने, तो चलते हैं फटक से। जिस रास्ते से आए थे उसी रास्ते से अपन को जाना है, बट आई थिंक से दूसरा रास्ता है, ऐसा मुझे लग रहा है। ये से दूसरा रास्ता है। बट कोई नहीं, आसपास ही है। ओह
Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. Grit.
ओह बाल बाल बच रहे इधर।
Kaboom!
Ah, come on. ओला मुझे हेल्थ मार रहे दो। हाँ ये एक इसमें मतलब हेल्थ पूरी हो जाती, तो इसको मारते रुको। मर गया। नाइस, हियर वी गो। इससे बहुत सारा सामान मिलेगा आई थिंक सो। व्हाट है, कुछ भी नहीं मिला यार इसको मार के। मतलब ये क्या है? स्मॉल हेल्थ पैक, वाई नॉट, अपन को चाहिए ये। भाई इससे कुछ नहीं मिला यार, सीरियसली। ये देखो ग्लिच, कैसा ग्लिच है देखो। कोई नहीं, चलता रहता है, गेम है भाई, रियल थोड़ी है। नाइस, ये वो चलते हैं अपन आगे।
Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer.
इधर भी मार्क कर देते ताकि अपन आए थे इधर, ऐसा समझ में आएगा।
Let's see.
जैसे बिना इधर आए थे तो समझ में आएगा।
As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over.
आई थिंक बड़ा वाला कटसीन आने वाला है।
Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes.
Yango.
He asks how you are today.
Itaku.
Goop says he always does better whenever he leaves failure behind. He's happy his good mood is infectious.
Chide.
He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique.
Yukia. Rakia. Daikeza.
Learning to swim can be scary when you don't know what you're doing. But fortunately, he's here to give you a helping hand.
Daikeza.
He thinks you should really know how to swim by now.
Ajitawa.
And he'll be honored.
Annapta patko. Tulpa. Nuza.
सीधा ही फेंक दिया था अपन को।
Awali.
He says that wasn't too bad, was it?
Yumara.
He says a feeling that you're going to drown is a great reminder of the need to learn how to swim.
Tuza. Pe.
But you need practice, lots of practice.
Nuza. Tuza. Pe.
Great things usually happen to those who never stop trying. He hopes you'll be one of them.
Tuza. Pe.
You just need more time in the surf. That's the only way you'll ever learn how to swim.
Nuza.
You can never try too hard. Judging by your Mooma's look, it seems you forgot something.
It's intended.
You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go.
Pala. Pial tu ma.
She's not unhappy with your progress, but you still have a lot to prove.
Pala.
You should know, practice makes perfect.
Mustiki muhka. Ferena masalapu.
You have to keep working on it if you want to be good at it.
Apli tonumuta.
She'll see you at the village square.
Antoro. Kala.
She says that's good. With a passion for learning, you'll never cease to grow.
ओके, चलते हैं कुंफू ट्रेनिंग में।
Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. Asks how you're feeling today. Being nice comes easy for him. That doesn't make it less important. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. He thinks you're truly a kidling of your environment. You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long to find some.
तो आने नहीं दे रहे। ओ ये रहा एक तो मिला इधर। नाइस। दूसरा वाला ये रहा, इधर ही तो था।
He wonders what usefulness you found. Sometimes he's an expert, but sometimes he just does what's right. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. He says only a few are willing to do the little things, but if you make enough of them, they can have a big impact too. He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap you found would be a good start.
तो रोस्टेड तो कर रहा हूँ मैं, बट ये हो नहीं रहा। ओ रिपेयर करना था, ओके। इसके बाद तो पत्ते बहुत है, बट इसको रिपेयर करके देखते हैं। मेटल वो नाइस।
You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He believes being considerate will help you feel at peace with yourself. He understands, but hopes you won't be needing it anytime soon. You're not in this world to live up to his expectations, but he hopes you're never going to have to use that weapon of yours. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience.
Kala.
You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away.
Gendrana mala.
Then you've got a good excuse. You share a responsibility to prevent hardship on nature and the environment. It's your future.
Inadabsunka.
She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone.
Kentsib. Sanna yote.
That's all she's ever asked of you, that you'll try and give it your best. You can't do more than that.
Masammal. Kanyala no toro.
You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow her.
Kanaruta. Brumblele marsamawunundun.
Then start by meeting her on the village square and take it from there. She knows you're a free spirit, always on the move, like the wind.
तो आपको जाना है कुंफू ट्रेनिंग में। तो गाइस मैं मिलता आपको अगले पार्ट में। देखते हैं कि कुंफू ट्रेनिंग में अपने मतलब मोमा है, इटलिस की माँ है, वो क्या सिखाती है अपने को। सो मैं मिलता हूँ गाइस आपको अगले पार्ट में। तब तक के लिए टेक इट इजी, पीस आउट गाइस।